A huge welcome to everybody. This is our game of the week. Tremendous buzz in the stadium. You can feel the energy building. Fan base is looking forward to this one, and we're right there with them. This is not just any other matchup. Both teams come in ranked in the top 10, colliding early in the season, each trying to set the tone with a big statement. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Troy Trojans, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The Chanticleers will kick it away to start us off. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. The shotgun handoff here. They'll tackle him out across the 20.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Offense looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the grab. Brought down at the 28, and that's good enough for a first down.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Lets it go quickly. He pulls it in for a big gain. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down. A new set of downs after that completion. Goes to his right side there for the completion. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Boy, a wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Critical third down play for this offense right here. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. But they don't make the connection. Complete.
It's a good job by the defense here on this third down, and now it's going to bring up a big fourth down play and a decision here for the head coach.
Oh, a big decision here very early. They're going to go for it on their own side of the 50 on the first possession. Trying for a fourth down completion. Fires it to the wideout. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. They've got him, but he easily makes the first down, and this drive keeps going.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
Run play by the quarterback. Pick up of 5. Brings up second down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And he drops back in the gun. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
The offense will set up on 1st and 10. They're going to run it here. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and it's a nice, solid gain.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Ball handed off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, this defense is stepping up here early in this game, really controlling the line of scrimmage. There's nowhere to go on this last play. And now we've got a 3rd down, a big opportunity for this defense to get off the field.
Now it's 3rd and short on the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. It's a quick grab. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Now that's what I call coming through for your team in a pressure situation. Great read, got the ball where it needed to go, and now you're set up to get 6.
The offense in scoring position with a new set of downs. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Offense facing 2nd and goal. Trying for the touchdown. They'll test the left side. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Trojans. So they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. 1st down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. 1st down. Looking to throw the football. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense in man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
Looking downfield, it's Smith. And the ball is knocked loose. Who's got it? Offense keeps possession, recovers the fumble.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks, when they decide to pull the ball down and run, they've got to protect it. He left it out away from his body exposed, and it got knocked away. He's very fortunate he had a teammate who was able to get on top of it.
3rd down play, looking for a fresh set of downs.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Troy 7, Coastal Carolina 0.
Okay, ready? Get set.
Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Going for a big play downfield. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Nice job by this defense jumping on that football to come up with the interception. And not exactly how this quarterback envisioned this game starting. His very first throw of the game, he puts into traffic, and he costs his team in a big way.
On the run, it's Johnson. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
At the 15-yard line.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
And the back gets the football. Will he score here? And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Troy. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
Coastal Carolina, 0.
Fields it just outside the goal line. The returner is brought down. Gets us started on the next drive. Coastal Carolina offense back out on the field now. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Testing the right side here. They get him to the ground about the 18-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Tackle way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there.
Boy, this defense is strong up front. Linebackers are flying downhill, able to make plays against this run game. Now they get this offense to another 3rd down. Now you pressure that quarterback and try to build on the lead.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Scanning the field. It's Smith. Catch made on the left side. That's a nice gain. We'll move the football up to the 27.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Tight end goes in motion. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. That run moves the ball across the 35.
I really like to see the counter mixed in there with your base concepts to keep the defense honest. Now, they didn't burst a big run, but if you keep mixing it in as the game progresses, you might catch the defense over pursuing.
Using a strong stiff arm. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Well, 3rd down, why not hand it to your running back? He's one of the more gifted athletes on your team. You give him a chance, he's going to give you the yards that he needs, and that is a 1st down.
On the double.
And the Chanticleers are moving quickly down the field. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Movement here from the tight end. Here comes a handoff. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Tell you, this defense continues to just be physical at the line of scrimmage. Offense can't do anything on the ground, and by doing that, this defense is allowing their defensive front to get pressure on the quarterback. Every time they drop back to throw, they become a one-dimensional offense.
On this drive, they converted twice on 3rd down. They need 6 yards here. That's a design quarterback keeper. has the first down and more. It's a fumble. Defense recovers the fumble. It's a turnover.
I get being upset at the ball carrier for coughing up the ball, but let's not ignore how big of a hit that was. Sometimes you just have to give credit to the defender for making a great play.
Here comes the Troy offense back out there. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments, come up with a stop here? First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw a good pass rush there on first down.
What a swat there by the defender. And if you think about it, if he swatted that ball and it fluttered into the air, he would have had himself a deflection and a pick.
So second down after the incompletion. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Great cut there. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
One of those critical third down plays coming up. And he'll set up to throw. Finds an open target on the left side. But the gain is not enough for first down, so it brings up a 4th and short. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Here we go. The coach rolling the dice. 4th and 1 in his own territory. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Well, these are the kind of situations you practice every week. You got to be able to get a yard. And the offensive line was able to give them just enough push to convert here on the ground. Clearly, they've done this drill before countless times, and it shows.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Offense getting set. It's second down. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They look to throw it here on second down. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. Deep shot caught down inside the 20. And they finally stop him down at the 5. Solid gain on that catch and run.
This is really what separates a good running back from a great running back. Instead of just being a check down or a possibility involved in the screen game, this guy's actual wide receiver lined up in the backfield. That time you could see the versatility and what he brings to the table. He can come up with a big play.
Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here. Another handoff to him on second and goal. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment for this critical down. Ball spotted at the 5 for this third and goal play. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Heading for the goal line, and now the ball's knocked loose. Looks like the offense able to recover it there. Touchdown, Trojans. This offense really clicking. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Tack on the PAT, and it's 21-0. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Returner looking to make a play here. And the returner is brought down. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And here comes a deep shot. Incomplete with 4 seconds remaining. Time for just one more play.
I don't know if people understand how hard it is to defend against the deep ball and man coverage like that. But this defensive back did it perfectly. Turns his head back just in time to find the ball to ensure that incompletion.
He moves the ball after the 15. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Coastal Carolina, 0.
All right, let's get the second half going now. The kickoff team is out there. And here's the return from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. Here comes the Coastal Carolina offense back on the field. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
And he dumps it off to the tight end. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
Chris, this is a great game, but I'm always so impressed with the offensive line because they sell this as much as anything. The quarterback's making the read, trying to figure out if the defense is committed to the run or the pass, and then he's going to go the other direction. He makes the right throw here out to the flat to the right, but the offensive line showing the defense it's a run look is what opens this up eventually for the nice game.
Dropping back, it's Smith. Looking for the wide out. And it's complete downfield. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Some really good timing here between the quarterback and the receiver. And how about the receiver downfield? Does a nice job of finding that open space in the zone of the defense. And as a defense, you're just basically throwing your hands up in the air because they had that covered relatively well. Just a good play call and good execution.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Second down, looking to throw it. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
Boy, nice drag route here, and I thought the patience by the quarterback was the key. Puts it in front of his receiver, gives him a chance to make the catch, and picks up a little bonus. Nice yards after the catch.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Inside the 45. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Oh, and it's incomplete. He flat out dropped what would have been a touchdown. 2nd down coming up now.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Boy, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
3rd down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Back to throw. It's Smith. Looking for his big tight end. He makes the grab. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Coastal. That's a crucial response for this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, I love that they're still fighting and competing. You can tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
Point after is good. They're down 14 now, 21-7. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And here's the fair catch by the return man. And the Trojans offense back on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? Here's the option play. The back's got it on a pitch. Bites off a defender. Finally out of bounds after a solid gain, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Now the defense better be aggressive here themselves. Clearly we're seeing an approach by this offense that they're going to attack downfield. Probably saw something in the first half that they could take advantage of. They come out early and try to hit it for a big one.
That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And he's going to float this one to the right side. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. A huge gain moves the ball to the plus 22. Great scoring position now.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a third down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it, you convert, and you keep working that clock.
The shotgun running play call. Makes a nice move there. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Same tailback, another carry. Tough running there. Touchdown, Troy. Still no answer for this offensive machine.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coastal Carolina offense back out on the field now. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Receiver makes the catch. After second effort, he's brought down, but it's past the marker.
The defense sits back in his zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looks to his left and makes the completion. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Dumps a short throw down to the running back. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Troy 28, Coastal Carolina 7.
Got it.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Back to throw again. Lets it fly to the wideout. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The Sheds are clear to have 1st and 10 here. Here's the handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
Defense is coming after him. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. It's a short completion of the tight end. The reception nets about 7 yards, but 4th down coming up here.
I really like what this defensive coordinator is doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense inbounds, so that clock will keep ticking.
The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Needs a completion here on 4th down. Tries to get it to the running back. Complete with the running back, but can he get there? All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina. Now they line up to kick the extra point. The extra point is good. Still a 2-touchdown deficit, 28-14. Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
Coastal Carolina 14.
Returner decides to fair catch this. Detroit offense back on the field now. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. And he lofts it toward the sideline. The catch is made for a huge pickup. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
Man, they're already up big in this game, and now they're taking shots downfield. They're just looking to pour it on right now. Still throwing the football, and vertical shots to boot.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game, because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Offense showing a bunch formation now. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Looking right, this one caught. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
They'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground. He's stopped, but he gets a 1st down.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big 3rd down, Know what you need to do. Get the first down. Continue to hold on to that lead. Continue to work clock and get that much closer to securing a victory.
First down and goal here. A touchdown just about puts this game on ice. Using his legs, it's Johnson. Runner finally brought down, but at the 5-yard line, defense getting pushed back here.
Great job by the running back of staying inbounds to continue to work that clock, working here in the fourth quarter with the lead. You got that defense getting closer and closer to their goal line. They are backed up, and they are desperate. They've got to make a play here. The offense just has to take care of the ball, a chance to really secure victory here.
Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. And they cut into this lead now on 3rd and goal. And here's the handoff. And he will be stuffed for no gain. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Coach is going to take the 3 points. Here comes the field goal unit. Right down the middle. And they add to their lead.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
After adding 3 more points to the lead, they're set to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Here comes the Coastal Carolina offense back on the field. The passing game was so effective in the last possession, right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. Oh, it's dropped off the tip by the defense there. It's going to bring up 2nd down. Quarterback making some changes at the line. To the air, it's Smith. Quick throw to his receiver. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. That's a short return, but the pick wipes out a scoring threat and sets up the offense at the 33.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Trying the old counter play here. They get him down, but the junior with an excellent run there.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
And the drive has reached the all-important red zone.
Get set.
They'll try the left side with a toss. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Chris, great job here by this defense. They're trying to bounce this to the outside, take advantage of his speed in the backfield, but no chance at all. The defensive speed and ability to diagnose the play blows it up.
They're going to run it. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Offense thinking touchdown, not field goal, facing a 3rd and long from the 20-yard line. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Touchdown, Trojans. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
You put 5 wide receivers into a formation that puts so much pressure on the defense. Do you have enough guys that can cover? The quarterback does such a good job of finding the weakness and exploiting it.
And the point after is right down the middle.
38, Coastal Carolina, 14.
And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. The Coastal Carolina offense back out on the field now. This thing is so out of hand, all you can do now is play for a little shred of pride. He'll take a deep shot here. And he throws his third interception of the day.
Well, that interception really about cost him the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. Well, it wasn't a flawless performance, Kirk, but they looked pretty good out there today, and a very satisfying W.
Now, I think this group has a chance to do some really special things this year. They clearly have talent to be able to work with. And I've been impressed with how this head coach managed the game and led his team to a victory.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.